What's cracking? What's popping, everybody? What's up? What's up? First day, first day of the year. Just wanted to get on, man. I was gonna, you know how I am. I'm kind of touchy about, what I'm saying, my people out here. Um, Trying to make sure, I don't overload your brain. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Thailand TV, man. It's your boy, man. 800, man. It's this house, man. You know what I'm saying? The God and man form. And the prophet is yours, man. I'm here with you guys, man. Made it through another year, calendar year, whoever calendar we going by. Whoever made up they who's ever, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Happy New Year. But, I am on my show. So I'm really inquisitive about the stuff. So, especially with my belief. So um just weird that somebody would make the first of the year in the middle of the coldest damn months. In the middle of the coldest months of the year. You know what I mean? I'm saying sometimes you gotta be practical, man. Sometimes you gotta be logical about what be going on and what you're thinking and what you see and what you hear. So, you know what I'm saying? But first day, you know what I'm saying, for the calendar year that we do go by. And I hope everybody understands that whole thing with transformations and all that, and bringing out, you know what I'm saying, letting out all the old stuff and letting in the new stuff. Whatever you do, man, New Year's resolutions, whatever you name it, whatever the label is for you, you know what I'm saying. Just vibe off of that energy, man. Just just wanting to be better. You know what I'm saying? Just one better life. But my thing about it is not just one better life for self. You know what I'm saying? And one for everyone. You know what I mean? One things to be better for everybody. That's what I think we should go into 26 thinking about. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to everybody, man. Hope y'all had a good time. Hope y'all were safe last night. Hope y'all stayed out in the streets for the people came and got you. You know what I'm saying? Hope you ain't in there right now for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Um, do what you did. I was able to spend some quality time with some people, man, some fam, um, and very very hospitable family, man. The Parkers. So they hosted a pretty good New Year's event, man. We just kicking over there, man. Family, it's all family and love over there, and that's what these type of holidays are about. For me, that's the whole point of why I bring them up and talk about them, because that's what it's really all about. Is that love, that connection. Um, just man, playing games with your family, man, and everybody's having a good time, eating good in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's really all about. Um, the way that things have been commercialized, I've spoken on that stuff before, so you guys know my standpoint on that. But there still is a point to these type of holidays. It's times where people can get together with people they haven't seen in a long time. So you know, man, rejoice in that and bring out. If you do push anything out of 25, it's selfishness. Push selfishness out in 25. Push that out there. Leave that back there. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing it for each other. Now we doing everything that we do for each other. You know what I'm saying? We pay it forward at every moment that you can. If you can't, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. But every moment that you can, do it. That's it. Now, and the world will be a little bit better from those one little bitty steps, man. You know me, hey, man. I start going off on my little tangents, man. Especially my daily affirmations, man. I just be going crazy a little bit, talking about things that are going through my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing those things with you. Yeah, yeah, but, man, I love social media, man. It's just entertaining. I tell people all the time, man. You don't need, like, back in the day. I think one of the most revolutionary things that came out was cable television. That was one of the most in my day, because from when I was born and now, there's a lot of this shit. It's been a lot of development. There's been a lot of advancement in technology. You know what I mean? So it's like at certain points in time there'd be like big old moments, and I think once cable television came in, it was like it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know what I'm talking about, because we only had 5 channels at first, and all of a sudden you got this little device and you had like 700 channels. It's like, what? They was like, yeah, channels, you didn't know what the hell it was. You just going into and watching it, right? So that was where they plugged into us at first. But point being is that nowadays, especially with social media and the way things are, but you don't need cable anymore. The entertainment is right there. You just and get entertained. You know what I'm saying? And that's on some real shit. I'm just speaking what it is. It's right there. So um, we do need to disconnect, but for the whole purpose of Thailand TV tonight, we're gonna dip into what the heck they be talking about on social media. So look, they talking about Mariah Carey and Drea. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on Drea before. Mariah Carey, she's um, super pop star. You know what I'm saying? Like just a mega mogul. You know what I mean? Right now. So that one's a little bit more significant. But Drea's situation, I've spoken on that personally. So and the whole thing about it is older women dating younger men. For me, the reason why I bring it up is because of the issue of, you know how I am. I always reverse it back to what I think some of the root causes are. The criticism of men that date younger women. And we see stories like this of women who you I think for me the difference is that these younger women, or excuse me, these older women are dating younger men that kind of already have, like, they're pretty much established. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Dre's man, NBA professional, elite NBA professional, making higher, making like, you know what I mean? So making the big NBA bucks. He's a big contributor to his team. So it wasn't like she found him when he was in college, when getting paid before NIL. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting mills right now. So and then Mariah's dude too. You know what I'm saying? Getting mills. So it's not like with men who date younger women, I think, are in situations where they date women who are, you know, working at Chipotle. And this is real facts. This is real facts, bro. You know, but I think one of the biggest things is the criticism of men that do date younger women, and it's like, how do you differentiate the two? You know what I'm saying? How do you differentiate the two? Because they're both, um, older people who just have a connection with a younger person, and it could be that younger person has an older soul too. So I've spoken on that before, but I don't see nothing wrong with men or women doing that. I think. Um, finding love in whatever places you find it is I've talked about love at first sight. So I believe in love. So, you can never tell where it's coming from. I think that just as long as the reasons that they're being involved in those type of relationships is because they actually want to be with that person. Um, I don't see nothing wrong with it from the man side or the woman side. So y'all back up off of young and women, older men and younger men with the older ladies. Cause them younger dudes like, yeah, yeah. I know them younger. Hey man, I never forget when I was young, man. You know what I'm saying? I know them young boys is like, yo, it's cracking up in here, man. We get it in. Shannon Sharp had a situation, or Cam Newton. Cam Newton's show. Cam Newton had his show on there, and he had a young lady on there. You know what I'm saying? And she was kind of. So Cam had he has a show. He has a show where he sits down one on one with people and has conversations with them. Right. So he had a conversation with this young lady one day, and I don't know. I felt like she wasn't carrying the topic too well. I felt that he was acting a little bit differently than he usually acts too. So I saw that from my perspective too. But at the same time, I felt that the young lady was a little bit abrasive about what she was trying to get across. Um, I think a lot of the things that she was speaking on came out more angrily than needed to be. You know what I'm saying? I felt that she could have just spoken some of the words that she was saying in a calmer manner, but still use the same words. Um, could just look more abrasive than they needed to be. So now she's getting a little backlash. I mean, and you should. You come on the show and then Cam just kind of backs down a little bit unless you have the platform, right? And that's sometimes the smoothest way to do it. Just let somebody have the platform, and then they kind of just talk their way in. If you, especially if you go on a show like this, you're really not the type of person who sits down and with one-on-one and has conversations. I think that is a disadvantage for anybody that's being interviewed. If you've never been in that situation, sometimes the way that spotlight comes on, you can actually you don't really if you're not prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like one way to be prepared for it is you got to be who you is. You know what I'm saying? You can't be overtly and just super more than what you usually are. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. You know what I mean? That way, situations like that for the young lady won't come out and make it look like she's different than how she is. Even though I don't know though, because she coming out the the little post she put about people talking about her episode, she was coming at them. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Cam. I told people too though. I told my homies, I said, yo, watch. I guarantee you she's gonna come back and be like, damn, he hate women. And sure enough, said, yeah, let's be real. Men hate women with money. I mean, that's the ultimate date. That's all it's been to throw. Women this woman is very expressionary, very, very just, explosive with her anger. Um, I think she needs to have conversations like this a little bit more so she can kind of recognize, you know what I'm saying, how her demeanor is coming off. You know what I'm saying? Because once you come into that situation, you want to be boss chicks. That's now people are reading your scene. You know what I'm saying? Because people always talk about bosses. I was thinking about this the other day. People always talking about bosses, right? And they talk about how bosses is, and I'd be like, in reality, like all the bosses were calm. Like anybody that sit there and act like bosses is just, you know what I'm saying, like rowdy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody here. But bosses really ain't like that. Like bosses really just kind of walk in. You know what I mean? They usually got 5 people behind them. You know what I'm saying? They walk in. Somebody say, okay, go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. Show us what you got. You show. The boss looks at the boy. He says, He whispers, hey, all right. They be like, all right, we're gonna talk to you later. We're gonna talk to your people and leave. Boss ain't did nothing. People be acting like, excuse me, but people be acting like bosses be getting. You know what I'm saying? That's not what bosses do. Bosses just play in the back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bosses like everybody else. Uh, 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 you know, show everything. You know what I'm saying? They just sit back and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Be observatory, man, with it. So, we talking about boss babes. We talking about boss for real. That's calmest one in the room is the calmest and most observant person in the room. Usually is always the boss. That's usually the boss, straight up, because he's peeping it out. He's peeping the scene. We got decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? We got some decisions we got to make. You know what I mean? Oh man. So look, I see some. I don't know how my algorithm be having some of this pop up because I don't be knowing what the heck. So we talk about something came up about Monica Lewinsky. Right? I don't know if anybody know about Monica Lewinsky. She was in this huge scandal with President Bill Clinton back in the day. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, and the young people that are watching what I'm saying, people that are younger, 30s or younger, man, shoot, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't remember, we went through some, us, you know what I'm saying? We remember, you know what I'm saying? So Monica over here tripping because they said she had to I didn't even know. They said something about she had to disappear, you know what I'm saying, you know she had to disappear right for a while, you know what I mean? Like she had to go and hide or something. I was like, I ain't know all that, you know what I'm saying? Because the heat was on Bill. I thought the heat was just on Bill. Like I get Monica, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I think the whole situation from what I remember was like, maybe that's maybe how the public is, right? The news, CNN and them. But still, they was pumping that up like Bill. Hillary, what's she gonna do? You know, that's what I don't remember anything really about it being like, oh, we need to shame Monica. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, she's getting her thing. Because hey, you know, Bill could have got drafted with us, bro. I think Bill could have. I think Bill at this, especially around that time, I think Bill could have got drafted by us. We could have drafted Bill into. I'm guessing here. You know what I'm saying? I may be wrong, but from back in, you know what I mean? Like, Nowadays, when I look at it, I say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I don't know. But right now, I'm looking at it, I be like, yeah, I think he could have been. You know what I'm saying? He was like us. And so that's how I looked at it. Like, it was all the heat on him. Monica, I didn't know you had that situation. You had disappeared. But I guess they said she came back. She's back. And so I don't know if anybody know for the scandal, you know what I'm saying? I guess President Bill Clinton at the time, Monica Lewinsky and him got into a little thing, you know what I'm saying? And she had this. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm saying. So she had to go away, right? Um, she had to go away, right? Because she had the little thing, right? And she had a dress with the thing on. With some evidence of the thing on the shirt, you know what I'm saying, on the dress, on the blue dress, right? So it became a whole thing, right? So I thought she was cool because she turned it in, you know what I'm saying? So I thought she was like, bet, I'm good. Give me my paper, you know what I'm saying? Dress, give me my paper. I thought she was cool. I think she had to go disappear. But that's the whole scandal of it. So they saying that she had to duck out because she got slut shamed. She got a psychology degree and came back as the most powerful voice against cyberbullying in America. I did not know that. I did not know that she was cyberbullied because of that whole situation. I thought she was like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm letting y'all know what happened. This dude, you know what I'm saying, was doing some inappropriate things with me. Hey, Bill, hey, man. Everybody gets him on Thailand TV. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was popping it off. Y'all was freaking elite. How you gonna get mad at us? You know what I'm saying? Because we're telling people you was freaking elite. You know what I'm saying? Our president was getting loose, got in trouble, cheating on his girl. That's what I be saying, man. Y'all got see, ladies. This is what I be talking about when I be talking about the ladies stuff, and y'all be getting upset about me. Anybody thinks I'm? This is what I'm talking about right here. That was Bill. You dumb. You know what I'm saying? You're all me getting us, man. Sometimes you sitting at the head of the table, man. You at the president of the United States. You calling shots. You popping it off. You going here. You're partying there. You're doing this. Your wife cool in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With you, whatever you doing, she cool with it. She riding with you. And you go in the back office and get topped off. Hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You know what I'm saying? So men get it too. Everybody, ladies, men get it too. So, hey. But she back, man. So she come for you, Bill. Don't be mad at nobody. Oh, man. Hold up now. Real quick before I go into my I'm not gonna keep y'all that long, man. So before I go into my little thing tonight, man, I just want to talk about one of the things that I've been talking about consistently on my shows is about kids, right? And I call and I call to arms because my anger for what's being going on with these kids, man, and it pisses me off, especially because of the backlash that I've gotten from some people about the way I talk and represent the kids, and the funny thing about it is, you see what's going on in the news today, don't you? See, they lying on these kids, right? And Minnesota, they coming to get it. I told y'all Minnesota's a mecca. I told y'all it's a mecca. Y'all out here doing that foul shit, man, with these kids, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all better cut this stuff out, man. Y'all better do this stuff for the kids, man. Motherfuckers finding you out. People finding out you ain't doing. I told people. I said, people. I didn't know who all the people was, but I heard. I keep my ear to the streets, man. I got people in the streets. They'll call me. They'll tell me. If I need, right? So to see this stuff going on, man. President talking about cutting out spend, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, I told you, man. I warned you, man. I told you so. What I say? Are they doing it for the kids? What I say? Didn't I ask that? This is not the first conversation I've had with y'all talking about for the kids. This is not the first time. Athletes in crisis. This is the reason why. I warned you. Are we doing it for the kids? What are you doing it for, man? And this is sickening, man, to see this. Like, this is crazy. Like, I came on here about 3, 4 times within the last 3 months asking this question, asking, are we doing it for the kids? Asking, calling people to arms. And then all of a sudden, within the last 2 weeks, this whole situation came out. Cutting off federal funding for the kids. Y'all crazy, man. Come on, bro. And y'all gonna look at me like I did something wrong. Y'all gonna look at me when I asked, and I'm sitting here, and I'm on my show begging, and I'm telling people how important it is for us to turn this around and stop exploiting kids for the benefit of what the fuck our agenda is. And if you people ain't listening to me, sorry. What does it do? Blessings, man. Blessings, man. You hating ass motherfuckers, okay? Karma and discernment, man. They coming for you, man. I still ain't got an apology for my shit, dog. That's how it works, man. But that's how it works. That's the thing you gotta accept in this type of situation, man. But that's why my voice is here. That's one of the reasons why my voice is here, man. Try to help these kids, man. Try to help better our village so that we can produce as many, as many, as many young adults, successful young adults as we can. It's facts, man. You can't prove me wrong, man. You can't prove me wrong. I can prove you wrong, though. That's on the God, man. Stop playing around, y'all. Let's get back on track, man. Let's get back to a way that we used to be when it was all about trying to better our land, better our communities, better our young people. Let's get back to that, man. Shit. Fucking with these young kids, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Yeah, so that was it, really. That was the last thing I want to touch on. I ain't want to pop off like I'll get a show dedicated to it, but we'll have a conversation about that again, man. Because it's time. That's what this is for, man. 26. I told my people, man. 26, man. It's pop off year, man. I'm not holding this back, man. From now on, when you on some foul shit, I'm gonna tell you on some foul shit. That's just that's just how I roll, man. You know, it's gonna come out calm. It's gonna come out nice. It's gonna come out regular vocabulary. I guarantee you. But you'll understand. You'll understand when I'm asking you what I'm asking you. You get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all we talking about, man. On my daily affirmations, man. Let's just get better out here, people. Let's try to get better. I think one of the things that I felt like in regards to tonight's show was the whole idea of just getting better, us getting better as a people. And I just wanted to, I guess, I want to just give, I just want to touch on a little knowledge, you know what I'm saying, especially for the young people. Um, just kind of give a little bit of directions, man, and things that I've seen, things that I've learned, um, and talk about the three main parts of our existence as humans: um, our mind, body, and our soul. Right? All three in their cohesiveness get you to a level of almost an almighty level. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, like breaking down all three, right, and how they work together, it's important to know this. This is stuff. I'm serious. This is stuff that's really important to know. So the mind, which is, as we know, it's the brain. Okay. Um, the brain controls your whole nervous system. The nervous system goes down from brain all the way down to that cerebral cortex, all the way down to every little nerve ending in your body. sending signals all the time. So I tell people all the time, about listening and hearing, but listening and talking. That's why you gotta, what I'm saying? That's why whenever you listen to somebody, you're talking to somebody and they listening and they start talking before you finish your sentence, they ain't listen to a word you said. Sending signals to the brain, man. And then the brain sends signals back. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry, y'all. I was hooping a little bit with the boys again. You know what I'm saying? I was getting it in a little bit, so I'm a little bit woozy right now. That's why I told you I ain't gonna keep y'all that long. So I'm gonna stay on topic. We're gonna be real quick, okay? I promise. I promise. So it sends signals to the body. It sends signals throughout the body up to the brain, back, and the brain sends back signals back down. I think that this is where a lot of pain comes from. I think a lot of pain comes from the nervous system, you know, heartache, because these are signals that the rest of the body is sending to the brain, you know. I tell people, actually in sports, I tell kids that pain is just the weakness leaving the body. So the pain is leaving the body and it doesn't want to leave. So it's trying to tell the body to tell the brain, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. And then the brain has to be strong enough to tell the body, nah, motherfucker, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. The brain has to overcome that moment of weakness, that moment where it's like, no, this is the limitation. It's like, no, it's not. I don't have that. I'm a brain. I don't have that limitation. It sends it up to it and it says, nope, let's keep going. And that's, you gotta have mind over matter type of thing when you're dealing, especially with relationships. I think, right? Because you gotta know that the relationship is going to work. You gotta know that you'll do whatever it takes to work. And a lot of times we resort back to our old ways of being when we get into situations. And it takes that mind control to say, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be act like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And in relationships, it's important to have that characteristic. You got to be able to be strong enough mindfully to say, you know what, whatever that decision that just came up in my mind, I'm not going to do that. You know, um, and that mental strength is important. You know, so you got to fight that pain off of things. A lot of times you're in relationships because that relationship problems because of past trauma. You got to let that pain go out of your mind. You know what I'm saying, and live in the now with the person that you're with. Um, because you can feel it all through your body too. You know what I'm saying? Some of that pain you can feel through your body. Um, the body is the bones. You know what I mean? That's the skeletal structure. You know what I'm saying? That's that skeletal structure. The body is dope because the body protects everything on the inside. You know what I'm saying? The everything on the inside is sensitive. It could be, you know what I mean? It can end life. You know what I'm saying? But that body, yo, them bones, and you know what I mean? Everything on that's protecting all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The grits, the grime, right? And beauty and vanity. You know what I'm saying? Comes into play when you're talking about the body, man. One of the things that I think is the body has to do with the weakness of the flesh. That's where we get lust from, and that's a big factor in relationships, is it is or not. I think a lot of times the lust is coming from the visual aspect of life, which is what we're looking at the body. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's it's very difficult in this world we live in today, especially for young men, because the advertisement of the body is just apparent now. It's everywhere. Like you can't run from it. Everywhere you turn, young men are seeing provocativeness thrown at them in every angle. Ladies, you guys have your little thing too. You guys have your, like I've talked about this before. You guys like fall in love with one thing all the time. Y'all, one thing a man does, he when he lifts the groceries up, his bicep gives you be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, when he's writing something, he takes his pencil, puts it to the tip of his head, man. Y'all be falling in love with anything, man. But you know, it's difficult because when you see something that you like, that's just how it works. That's just how that whole aspect of the body, and that comes into play with the mind again. Mind being stronger than than the weakness of the flesh. It's got to be stronger than that because it's there. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the dawn of time, and Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, once they saw a body naked, it was on and cracking. That's what it says in the good book. You know what I mean? So. And also I think what the body does is the body is I think the body is the real reason why we have limitations. Think about it. R. Kelly, I hate that some people are gonna be upset, don't care. He's got a song out called I Can Believe I Can Fly. Amazing song. Why can't you fly? Why can't we fly? Because somebody told you that they can't fly. Somebody told you that you can't fly. Somebody told everybody they can't fly because their body told them that they can't fly. So now you think that you can't fly because you think that your body can't fly. Michael Jordan be flying. So I think the body gives us limitations. I think body confines us, and think about it. I mean, a lot of wandering eye men, right, ladies? You guys hate the wandering eye men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wandering eye men are lusting for the bodies. You know what I'm saying? So um, I think the limitations of thinking that is how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I think to say that that's how no, you don't have to look at it like that, especially when it says in a book. It says in a good book. There was a time when we didn't look at it like that. You know, so if it's in there, come on, let's keep it real. Dang, man, I still got some glitter on me, man, from last night. See, man, look, I told you I'm not gonna keep y'all much longer, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't get into. I was messing with the Parkers till like 4 in the morning, man. So I'm still wearing. And then I go on hoop. You know what I'm saying? Bust some heads in real quick. You know what I'm saying? I was off the last game. I was off the last game, first game, but the middle 3-4 games, I was wet, but but no. So I talk bad about the body and the lusting and the weakness of the flesh and all that kind of stuff. But let me tell you something I was thinking about when it came to the body. The body is dope, bro. Like the body is strong, bro. The body is strong. I think the human body has one of the most strongest bodies in the world. Because I'm thinking about I tell you all the time when I read stories or hear things, I compare all things. And one of the things that I've heard is we've been around here for like a long time. Like we've been, but I've heard some stories that we were around here with the dinosaurs. So if you think about that, think about that. We was around in times of dinosaurs. I've heard stories about that. Cavemen they were here, right? Somebody like us, our cousins, somebody, they was here when the dinosaurs was here, right? So dinosaurs gone. We ain't. You know what I'm saying? Make you say, huh. You know what I'm saying? That body's strong than a motherfucker. We talk about the 100 men, 1,000 men, or 100 men versus a gorilla, and I'm like, nigga, we used to battle dinosaurs. Nigga, nigga with a club, nigga, some rocks. Nigga. Yeah. Hey man, that body's strong though, so I can talk about, like I said, the weakness in it, whatever. But the body is strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been around here. From what I done heard, I don't know who's telling the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? But we've been around here for a minute, man. We done surpassed a lot of people, man. The Willie Mammoth, they gone. We still here. You know what I mean? Hey, man, I'm telling you, I just say this stuff, man. If you don't like it, whatever. If you listen to it, blessings. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep passing it on to your boy. But we did, man, and I think one of the reasons why we did that is because of I think the most important part of the three, our soul. I think our soul is the most important part of it. The soul is what referred to as like the veins, of the body. I was in the trucking industry. I got a surprise. I'm gonna tell you my surprise. I used to be in the trucking industry, and I used to always look at our little road map, and I used to tell people that the drivers of um, our country are like the veins on the road map. Because if you look at maps, you see the roads. The roads look like veins in the United States, right? And um, just how important the veins is of the operation. You know what I'm saying? And the soul, man, the pumping, the heart, the spirit. You know what I'm saying? A thing that gives you something to live for. You know what I mean? That love, man. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's where the faith comes from, actually. Faith comes from that. To believe in something that you don't know is there. I mean, the mind knows. The mind, the mind knows. It knows. It's seen it. It's seen it. The mind has seen it. Everything. Like there's nothing the mind ain't seen. Like the mind sees. That's why people can think they can do everything they can do because of the mind, right? But the heart gives you something to do it for. You know what I'm saying? And the body, like I said, the body is the limitation to what the mind. Because the mind says, when you go to sleep, the mind takes off. That's why we have deja vu. Because the mind takes off and just goes whatever time. In history, you know what I'm saying? It's like the DeLorean. The mind is like the DeLorean. It just pops in, and you go to sleep, and it's just like, I want to go to 1763. I want to go to, you know what I'm saying? I want to go to 2120. It just goes, right? And then it comes back to you, and you be chilling. You be like, I was at this grocery store. That's what the mind do, right? The body is the one that puts the limitations on it. Says, no, wake up. You can't do it. We gotta walk around. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move our hands and shit, right? That's what the body's there for. But the spirit is the soul, man. That's us, man. That's where music and all that, man. The heartbeat, man. The vibe, man. The veins, the blood, the pumping. You know what I'm saying? Um, it nourishes everything. Like I said, it gives it something to live for, man. It nourishes everything. It nourishes the mind. It's like, yeah, hell yeah, I can do it. Hell yeah, I can do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. The brain says, no, you know what? We can't do it. Heart says, no, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. And that faith, man. That's one of the reasons why I love my mom and her relationship with TJ and taking him to church every day. Or taking him to church every Sunday. Picking him up every Sunday and taking him to church. And because she knew my standpoint. But I think she understood, and I understood the um, the option of him learning something that had faith based and letting him decide what faith he wanted to grow up in. But my mom taking him every Sunday, I really appreciate that because you got to understand what faith is. Faith is the belief in something that you can't see, and not saying that that's what you have to do to believe in to have it, but just to learn that it's real, to learn that it's for real to be able to just believe in something that's not there. You know what I mean? Because you got to have that when it comes to your own dreams, because your own dreams that you want to reach and your goals that you want to reach, they're not there yet. They're not there. You're trying to get them. So you got to have the faith to be like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to make that happen. And, you know, um, the veins and the blood and the heart, they find the reason why to do it. Love, man. Love is a big motivating factor. And in these relationships that we have, You got to have that support from someone to be able to help you, get hype me up, hype me up, you know. Um, yeah, man. I think we need to all have something to live for. I think that people um, have problems and issues, and I think that people need to have uh, avenues to be able to conversate and talk about these things, because I think all three of these things can get clouded. I think your brain can get clouded with what you're going, especially with what's going on in society and social media that I'll be talking about. I think our brains can be clouded, and we can start misjudging. And, our bodies can be viewed as red flags, reasons that you can find that you don't want to mess with someone, or mistreating our bodies for the pleasure of others, or just to get the attention of others. Um, and then our heart, man, being misused, um, and not treated correctly, and no respect, and no love, and abuse, and all these things to make us hurt and go through so much trauma emotionally. Um, we have to get it back in balance somehow, and it's important to do that. It's important to have mind over matter, man. It's important to have our mind so strong that nothing can phase us. Nothing. Whatever you say ain't gonna phase me. It don't make me, man. Can't break me, man. Dion, man. That's some real words. You know what I'm saying? And that body, we got to get that body right. I'm a big advocate on that. I done seen that. I done seen that work. I done been in that situation where I made that work. My body was right. And I'm about to get it back to that again, because I need to, what I'm saying? Especially with all this, you know what I mean? With all this David and Goliath part, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's Samson, you know what I mean? I got growing on me. So I got to get my body back tight, man, because that's some real stuff, man. And then lastly, but me, I'm convicted, man. My heart is, you know what I'm saying? My heart is pure, man. My heart is pure, man. Straight up. My heart is straight pure. You know what I mean? You get all three together, man. Get them all in balance, man. Life is right. Life is right. I just wanted to holler at y'all, man. Thank you guys, man, for checking in with me all the time, man. Blessings to everybody, man. For all you people that celebrated, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you people that celebrated. So, you know what I'm saying? But I'll see you guys talk about New Year on April 1st like it usually is. You know what I'm saying? The gods, man. Hey, we speak that language, man, up on Thailand TV. Blessings to everybody that listens to me. If you don't, man, you ain't rocking with me. Pass it on to somebody else, because they may need this. They may need this, man. They may need some things that I'm talking about. But love to everybody, man. 2025 is about here. You know what I'm saying? 2026 is here now for all the people that celebrate that calendar. So let's get it in. Let's do what we got to do. Whatever motivates you, man, to push you uh, 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 to want to be the best. To want to be the best version of yourself, man. Holla at your boy, man. T Dub, man. I'm up out of here, man. Blessings to everybody, man. Hope you have a good night, good evening. Take care of yourself.